Don't know what kind of eel it
Rat
was.
tail.
Rat tail?
It's a whole large species, like family of rat tail fish. Look at you mapping.
Slow it down. I'll give you a little bit more, Gabby.
Thanks. Look at me mapping.
It's just
Mapping from
amazing.
the other side.
You couldn't get a better demonstration of how sort of real-time science is done.
Yay, science! Yay! I think you may have to. Oh wow, that's a nice delta here. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think you may have to come down, Kant.
Well, you're over the deep stuff, sort of, and some of the shallower
Yeah.
stuff.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah.
It's amazing how steep it is. You've almost got some overhangs there.
Yep. All right, one more step, and then I think that's...
I don't know if we're gonna get.
Well, okay, then just go up. I can look out to the right, or sorry, out to the left and see it.
Okay. If you mean step over like
No, I mean go like
vertically?
vertically, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, if you can step over a little, that's fine. But
Okay.
maybe just hold a depth and go back at this. Yeah, just go back at this depth. Ignore altitude and yeah, maintain this depth.
Okay.
So yeah, the auto depth button. I usually do on, off, on, just to make sure that it, yeah. But it's the 3-tap that's the secret.
That's fair. Okay.
So I don't think I was on watch when you actually were making the main section of the map. How visible are some of these vent systems as you're actually running over them with the sonar?
They're pretty visible, but it looks like we were getting a little distortion of them from the plumes too. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I had to turn a lot. A lot. We were tail to tail.
All right.
That seems like the edge of the map is meeting the edge of the map here, actually, Chris.
It's close-ish. There's some big gaps, like there. From where
you
we
want to
went.
show me that? I can maybe back up that much. We'll see.
Yeah, no, it's gonna line up, like in XY, but there's, or at least sort of. We'll see if these cliff faces sort of meet when we come.
Hi.
For those of you watching on Nautilus Live, we are not spray
Yeah,
painting
so you
the
should be
ocean
able to
floor.
back up past that
Yeah.
area that Chris was talking about.
That'd be some pretty interesting graffiti, though. Not encouraged. Please don't try.
Just be wasting paint.
I think that's our overlap, Chris. I'll give it like
Yeah,
3 more meters or
yeah,
something.
get as much as you can with the tether, and then
Okay.
we'll call it.
Sounds good.
I'll just spin around and let you go all the way.
Do it. That's great. Okay.
All right.
Great.
What do we think, Darlene?
I think that's pretty good. We got down think where we needed to get.
Okay.
So science
Sorry,
is
I'm
happy?
just thinking about it.
We'll have to, yeah, we'll see a little bit better after we correct the navigational errors, and they're exactly what we covered. But
Yeah, I mean, the lawnmower pattern looks great. You went by some really important targets. I think we're good.
okay,
Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
I will
Awesome.
start shutting this down then.
Let us know when you want us to turn off in orbit.
Yeah, give me just a minute.
No rush.
So we're done with the mapping?
We are done.
We are done with the mapping.
Done with the mapping. All right.
Awesome work. That looks like a good lawnmower.
Go team.
Woohoo.
All right, you want to come closer and we'll reorient, figure out what we're doing next.
Sure.
Found you.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
We're like,
at auto depth right now. Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Got it?
In orbit.
Gone.
And I'm going to do Ethernet bottle. Right.
Yeah, Ethernet bottle's fine too.
So it would be fair to say that the wonders of mapping are trending on Nautilus Live right now.
so how do you guys feel about doing some thermal probing before we head up?
Sure. You got a spot?
Can head to, let's see. What does chimney return sighting mean? I think that's probably the center. Wherever we put the colonizers,
So
actually.
you see I did 100%? That's why I do the triple
Colonizers
sometimes.
are
Oh, right
here
down
under
there.
the aft of the ship.
Okay, and we're behind. We're
I don't
behind
know why
that,
it
or
does
we're
that, but
right
the
near to
triple
that.
usually
Yeah.
see.
We're near that. Argus
it'll
is
just
sort of right
peg.
over top
It's
of them.
pegging again.
How about going? Do you think that'd be a straightforward place to start off?
Yeah.
What is going on
Okay.
there?
Let's go there then.
We don't have to wait for it.
Sweet.
Instant gratification.
Best kind.
Okay, let's do it.
All right,
Okay.
Gab, you want to be just north of Argus.
Okay. Right now I'm facing south. And that means I am just north of Argus right now.
I mean, yeah, just barely.
You are, okay, you want to go to the southwest then.
Okay.
And
So-
we're looking for the colonizers.
Okay.
So just a little bit of a
Do you have
heads
a
up.
depth?
Stand by. Yeah, about 2,700.
Okay.
So just to those
Okay.
of you who are
So
posting
you're
questions,
saying a little, like 10 meters downslope.
Well, you're also 12 meters off bottom.
Yeah.
Right, and they were on bottom when
Okay.
they did there, when they
Okay.
dropped them.
So you think still a little bit to the southwest, Miles?
No, it's pretty much right under the aft of this ship.
Okay.
So just go down, really.
Okay. Here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just face the slope.
Mm-hmm. Should be just a big old pile.
You're looking for the event parking section?
Yes. The valet.
Yes.
so just for those of you
This
on
stuff.
Nautilus Live who are posting
Yeah, it was
questions,
the-
It was
Colonizer.
it was
shorter
more
hair stuff.
matty. These are the worms. It was
Yeah,
more,
we want to look
Keep
for
panning
the
around.
chimneys, the high temperature stuff.
Okay.
looked like mats of cauliflower mixed with sheep.
Can you
Kind of the
tell
stuff
where
you
I
were
am?
oohing and awing about just now,
Oh,
Gabby.
yeah. The big towers.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Oh, that's different.
Okay.
That's different. Is it? But wasn't there some of that around here, or no? Not really.
There was the low temperature diffuse flow is where we put the colonizers on top
Oh,
of these
right.
sort of worms.
Okay, I messed up.
Oh.
They want the high temp stuff.
Okay. So guide me to the towers.
They were like when you were first doing your run. So
Yeah.
back up when
Yeah,
at the top of the L
north.
from the ship movement.
Yeah.
Right, Miles?
So you want to reverse some of the ship movement?
Yeah.
Okay. Auto alt is not being happy, huh?
Huh.
So for those of you posting questions on Nautilus Live, we love to see these come in. We don't always get to answer them in real time, as we kind of let operations and science take the priority on SPL.
We're not bringing back any colonizers. Not on this dive.
Just to give you the heads up of our time plan from here, we've probably got another 40, 45 minutes or so on the bottom here.
290?
Could you zoom in on those two little white thingamabobbies just to the right of the lasers? Is there, it's hard for me to tell. You guys
seem like there's flow there.
No? Okay.
Okay, video, go for zoom.
Zoom in on Herc.
Just up a little bit. Oh, okay, that's all the diffuse flow. So this is where we put the microcolonizers, so we're, okay.
Yeah, so if you see that
still
really
heavy.
textured in the left bottom corner, that was kind of what it looked like. Not the worms, but this textured stuff in the lower left.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, video, go wide. Okay, you want me at 290.
You're pretty much directly underneath me, so.
Okay. And you are directly under the back of the ship, sort of. Maybe. So we're going to be going downslope for this.
It's my usual hangout.
Yeah. This is my usual hangout.
So Jess, is that a view we can offer folks on Quad 3 as the relative positions of Argus and Hercules in the ship? Just to give them a sense of how we process this information, or is that...
so you want the high pack plan?
Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
For max velocity.
Sure, yeah, that's a Bob number.
I put it at 15.
Really? Okay, Trevor had it at 10. Bob keeps it at 4. He says it's herky-jerky otherwise. His exact words.
That's because he goes like... He goes full extend. Right?
Yeah.
I find that at 15 I can do slow turns
Okay,
or
fast. I'm going to go with 10. I'm going to split the difference here.
All right, so what our audiences will be seeing is what our navigators are seeing. To try and, you see our mapping track, which just looks like a bunch of scribbles. And
So we're going a
trying to
pretty
get back
good
to where
ways
we
down
originally
slope.
started and dropped our cones earlier in the watch.
right, and I'm not at 290 yet. I'm still at 045.
Okay, I just got tugged.
And so the
yeah,
big...
I'm coming down.
Okay. You're also going to have that, you have that hillside right next to you for a while
Yep.
now. Until the
But I'm
the
good
move
for a
really
little
happens.
bit. I'm
Okay.
at like 30 altitude.
Okay.
So just to continue a thread I was mentioning earlier, once we pull off the bottom somewhere around
It's very easy to come down.
5:30, we'll then spend a little bit more time engaging with you guys on Nautilus Live and going through some of your questions. So even once we've stopped doing the seafloor science and they're starting to ascend the vehicles, we'll still spend a bit of time talking with you guys and thinking about what we've achieved today and what the plan might be tomorrow. So hang out with us for a bit.
Gabby, go ahead and I guess 0 your Z-bias and peg it to full up and just let's see how fast you're going.
Right now? Okay.
Yeah. You're not going fast.
Gross.
Sure am not. I'm not going anywhere.
You'll gain momentum, right?
I'm sinking.
We're doing about, no, I got about 10. You should be coming up.
I'm sinking.
No, you're coming up. See?
Okay, now I'm coming up. That's at like 5 meters a minute. There's 6.
Yeah, you
7.
can usually get close to the raw, so
Okay.
let's say we can get 10.
Yeah, I started sinking at first.
Yeah. All right. So we can get at
and
least
we'll
10.
speed up too.
Yeah. All right, so now you can find bottom and go ahead. I just
Yeah.
figured that way we'll have an idea of exactly how long this will take. Because right now we're at 270 minutes.
If I just leave it, I'm actually still coming up. Interesting. Oh, we had the Z-bias at like 13, right?
Yeah.
Negative 13.5.
Correct. Coming back down, Jess, so Argus will clear up a little bit.
All right, cool.
Oh, wow, I'm right at the bottom. It's just very hard to see.
Yeah, you're going down slope. Keep an eye on your butt cam.
Okay.
And your light pool on Argus.
You mean the size of it, like when it shrinks?
Yeah. Most of the piloting is all based on shadows. Arm
Yeah.
grabbing, piloting, it's all shadows.
Right.
So when somebody moves a light,
It's really difficult.
yeah.
See if I can get you some more contrast, Gabby.
Oh, thank you. That actually is much, much better.
All right, Gabby, you need to come around to a 240. There they are.
That's what we're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bang on, well done.
Nice navving.
Thanks.
It's
I
like
think there's a bigger one if you keep turning.
it's like a deep sea
Oh, I
Easter
see
egg
this
hunt.
whole ridge.
Yeah, there's a bigger one.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at for a while when we were mapping.
Yeah.
So these guys, oh, am I speaking? Yeah. So the vents are
It's a
probably
long
pretty
iris.
friable.
Okay.
So you'll just want to be careful. I guess we'll just poke kind of around them. Maybe, I don't know if we can get in them.
So
that
what
one
if
on
I?
the, I would say to go for
Yeah,
that one
I
on the
think,
top.
and
That would
just
be the
rest
easiest one
the
to go for.
porch, like just below it.
So they want to know the temperature of these vents and then around the vents.
Like into the dirt around the vents, or just kind of in the water around the vents?
I think anywhere that there's flow coming up, we can kind of measure. Like you see how there's a whole bunch of little ones around the big one there?
Yeah.
So we
What are
can
you
sort of
pointing at?
poke around,
This
see what's
rager
happening,
off
and
to the right.
it's kind of at our discretion
Yes,
too. It looks
to
like
the- on
that
the
whole
shoulder of the
mound
vent.
is
Mm-hmm.
coated with exit points, like from just above the IGT all the way to the top. So we could probably interrogate that whole mound a little bit.
And you're not looking at your front porch yet, except
I
the
am
bubble.
looking on my porch in bubble. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can do it. I just figured more better.
Okay. Mo beta.
Mo better.
That is a good idea. Thank you, Greg.
Can you remind me what the distance is between the lasers?
10 centimeters.
10 centimeters? Thanks. Oh, it's pretty big.
Yeah, Darlene, we were saying earlier, 10 centimeters is about the average width of a human hand for people to get a good reference.
Oh,
Having
Okay.
trouble with heading.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
don't
the
know that
width
you
of
can
my
actually stick
hand.
your porch
Yeah.
in there.
My hand's the size of a
I'll stick
elf.
it low.
How many people just looked at their hands?
Yeah, I'm looking at
Everybody,
I'm looking at
yeah.
my hands right now.
My auto head is not holding.
No, it is. It's just going faster because you went from 4 to 10, remember?
Oh, I see. Yep, that was a change.
So it has a little bit of a wiggle, as
Yeah, I got you.
Bob calls it, herky-jerky.
Herky jerky, yeah.
And touchdown.
Nice
I
land.
can do that.
way to go, Gabby.
Let's see what we got here. We might be a little far from.
Up.
Yeah,
well,
but
there's
Go.
flow
but
everywhere.
you
Yeah.
got those
You'll be
little
good.
ragers right
You'll
This
be
there.
is
good.
kind of like, I'm thinking stay away from the really friable stuff.
Yeah.
And there's still plenty of.
So you
still
see there's
plenty
like
of stuff to
1,
look
2,
at.
3, 4, 5, 6, like there's probably about 10 in our field of view right here that we can
Yeah.
just
So Darlene,
probe.
I'm looking at like, this is like the big one I see here.
Right in front of you?
Right
Yeah.
at the bottom center.
Mhm. So we can start there and then we can go left and right, or we can start from the left and work our way right, whatever you prefer.
Video,
And-
can you do some iris adjustments on Herc HD? Yeah, that's much better. So you wanted to start, yeah, just whatever's easiest as far as
Mm-hmm.
right to left. Okay.
Video, we can push in on Argus.
All right.
And then data logger, Ashley,
Say when?
you're ready. Okay. This is
Oh,
great.
that's good.
That's actually a really cool aerial view of that vent.
And we're using
Yeah.
our temp sensor.
It's always a little bit concerning when you see the shimmering underneath you.
But yeah, right in front of Herc like that.
Do you usually retract for porch stuff?
With the runaway, more likely, yes. Yeah.
Thanks for squeezing this in before we head up. Appreciate it. Be nice to get them some data before we
Did
go
you
home.
want to take this?
I can do it. It's up to you.
I'd like to try.
Go for it.
Go for it, Gabby. You're gonna do great.
So just to give you a sense of how Gabby, the Herc pilot, is manipulating the craft Predator arm, that's what she's going to use to grab hold of the temperature probe and move it to the
Reset
vents.
TVL.
She basically has an exact miniature replica of the whole
I don't
system
have auto XY on, just auto head.
Roger.
on her desk in front of her, and she's going to basically manipulate that arm directly, and those commands are going to manipulate the real arm that you see on the screen in front of you. Just if you're watching on the quad view on Nautilus Live, we've got the bubble cam in quad 3 for you. That's the bottom left that just shows you the environment directly
I
around.
got you in bubble. All right, video, let's come a little wide on Argus so we can get the whole vehicle in. Thanks.
So
I
that-
can't tilt down anymore.
So that bubble cam gives you an alternative view of perspective of how the Predator arm is operating. And so the aim of this particular phase of the dive is just to grab the temperature probe. You'll see it in a moment. It's got a big black ball on the end of it that the manipulator arm can safely grab onto. And we're hoping to just measure the temperature of the water coming out of some of these vents you can see in front of us. Some of them are chimneys.
Oh, thanks.
Some of them are just getting flow coming out of the basically crystallized precipitated minerals that form these formations.
John, you're very good with the commentary. Very skillful.
I've got 72 pages of the stuff in front of me, and so I'm hoping to get through it by the end of the dive.
You remind me of someone announcing a golf game.
That
All
normally
right, video, let's come full wide on Argus.
Full wide on Argus.
Thank you. Gabby, I'm going to give you bubble up front too. Oh, maybe I'm not. All right.
So where you can see on these cameras the hot water coming out of these vents, that's really been what we were referring to with some of the issues we had with the acoustic communication systems that help the ROVs orientate themselves and measure distances and navigation points on the seafloor. Essentially that works from just, pardon me, sound transmitting through the water, but where you have hot turbulent water that can disrupt that signal, and that's what's been giving us a few issues through the day.
It's not my favorite grip ever.
No, you're going to need to do a regrip.
Didn't stick very well here. I had high hopes for this magnet.
So there's a magnet on the base of that
There
temperature
we
probe,
go.
and what Gabby is doing is just using it
Yeah,
on
just try to, there you go. Perfect.
on the steel plate that is mounted on the base of the porch, that front section of the ROV. That just holds it firm while she is able to just reposition herself.
I'm going to take control of Herc HD as well.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
It's right behind the black bar on bubble, as always.
It's by definition. Okay.
The experts on Nautilus Live have just told us, Greg, that's when you know you're in the right position when bubble cam blocks
that
the view.
is true. Okay, so the temp probe
You should be able to
Is
get
temping.
right into the...
Okay. It is sure temping.
So yeah, if you can start putting it close to the outlet without disturbing the chimney as much as possible, that one right in front of you.
Do you want me to zoom in?
Just where the mouth of it is instead of up high, you can put it as close to the mouth as possible. That will get us the vent
Okay.
fluid before it
Yeah, I
starts
see what you're saying,
mixing.
Greg.
So if you're on Nautilus Live, you can see that temperature data is just displayed underneath the video information, where you can see the
And
depths
then
that we're at.
probably a video zoom in so you can see right when you enter into the...
Okay.
Like if you come from the front, then you can see right when you enter into the...
Video, can you push in?
How far?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. That's great.
Okay. Got it.
So that looks like it's probably right in it.
You need to come towards us.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, solid 8 degrees.
That's
Oh
the
no, there we
spot.
go.
There.
You're up to about 11 now. The thermal gradients in these environments are huge. You can actually be 5 centimeters away from one of these vent regions and measure
What
a
do you
drastically
think?
reduced
Do you think I'm
temperature.
in there?
I don't know. That's why I usually bring it all the way to the front and then kind of
Oh,
slide
I
it back.
see what you're saying. Yep.
You know when you're in there when you see the chimney crumble. That's good.
Oh, there you go.
Well, these,
Yeah, that looks
usually
really good.
these little ones.
Okay,
they,
yeah, now this is much better.
Yeah, now we're measuring 65,
Yeah, it looks the
63.
same to me.
Yeah,
that's the hard part, right?
yeah.
That's the hard part.
But there's a great evidence of just how just a tiny move can take you from flow that's 8 degrees Celsius to now measuring just around 60 degrees Celsius, just with a couple of centimeter shift.
Could we go down a little bit towards the mouth a bit more?
Yeah, I think so. That got us
Oh,
up in temperature.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
hang
wild.
out there for a bit.
Oh, you've got that now. We're over 100. Well done.
Yeah, these are the tiniest little movements too.
Yeah.
We found it.
I think just for the time being, I'm going to put the
Oh yeah, tiny little
I'm
things.
going to
Yeah.
put the sonar up with the temperature on satellite feed 2, just so everyone can see the temperatures we're looking at.
Are we full zoom in too?
They should be able to see it on Nautilus Live, actually. We constantly update the temperature there.
Oh, all right.
Video, can you s-
200.
push all the way in? Nice. And yeah, it's
Nice.
really hard to focus, but that's beautiful.
Yeah.
We are over 200.
God, that's amazing.
This is that Van Gogh painting we were all talking
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the temperature probe, is there a little bit of a lag in terms of it takes a while to actually register the temperature of the zone it's in?
Yeah, totally.
It's
Yeah.
pretty quick, but there is a lag, yeah.
There's definitely some lag just because the thermocouple is inside 2 titanium, or
Right.
1 titanium and 1 steel. There's a bunch of metal around it that
Yeah.
has to heat up.
Alright.
Here we go.
So your temperature is starting to drop off from your max temp. So we can either try to reposition or move on to the
But
next
it's
one.
dead stable. Okay. How about both?
So if you have video back out,
Full wide?
like here's your
Uh-huh.
wand,
Yep.
right? And I think based on the current wrist
Wrist
orientation.
will move it, if I go wrist left and right, that will move it towards us or away from us.
Right. But the idea is, because the opening's kind of here,
Mhm.
so like you're right here,
Mhm.
is can we come in and
the-
go like right there?
From the other side.
Right.
Video, can you go full wide for me?
I can. Just because it's you.
So yeah, you'll have to rotate your wrist
Yeah, it'll
about a
be
180.
much harder to see, I think. I might get my arm in the way, but I can try.
Or you can go straight down into it, likely. I would rotate the other way, though, just because of the bungee.
I'm going to have to do a whole different configuration for the arm, too.
So it's really conspicuous
Oops,
how
sorry.
Yeah, give me that.
All right, zooming in again.
how apparently devoid of life these higher temperature vents are. I mean, I say apparently. There's obviously, you know, microbes here we might not be seeing,
Video,
but
can you push in?
I can.
Yeah, so
Stop.
you're in front. You can see it in bubble.
Okay. Video, can you come out a little? A little more? Yeah, so I can see the rest. That's perfect.
okay, so I was wrong, Jess, actually. That information you were trying to put isn't on Nautilus Live, so if when you have the opportunity, I know you're busy now, that would be great to share with folks.
Sure. Give me 2 seconds. All right, it should be there now on satellite channel 2.
I would have Jess give you some.
Can you zoom in, Jess?
Yep.
That
Yeah,
was-
you're just outside the flow to the back.
That was great, Jess, thank you.
You're welcome, John.
This is an easier angle to work with.
And see if you can go right into the...
Jess, can you give me a little more zoom and a little lighter on the iris? A little more open on the iris. That's great.
That looks good. You're starting to increase a little bit. Oh, now you know where you are. That's great.
I think you're just outside that main flow.
It's okay to touch it.
Oh yeah, it's really difficult. I've got some on my desk at work, and they are so friable. It's like cigarette ash that's been compressed at 200 atmospheres.
What's it like when it comes to
I think you have
surface?
to back
How does
up
it even
just
stay
a little
solid?
bit. Yeah.
Well, it's
Hold that.
think about minerals crystallizing. Think about making crystals in the science experiment in your classroom.
No.
They will form
Yeah,
structures,
it's a hunt and peck kind of thing.
but really weak ones. And you know, often we see these vents that will collapse under their own weight.
Oh, you got a
That's
spot.
coming up. Yep.
Look at that.
Surprised you're even able to get it to your desk.
It's lasting pretty well. It's a prized possession. Comes out in a lot of classes.
I feel like we kind of got the max temp.
It's possible.
Let's see.
We're gonna find out.
We are going to find out.
So for those of you on Nautilus
Yeah.
Live,
Yep.
We're coming back down.
Let's move on to another one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Full wide video?
Full wide.
Awesome work.
we put the temperature data on channel 2 of Nautilus Live.
Do you want another one that's like big and bad and bold, or do you want like little guys?
I would do little guys based on time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's one right below this one that might be, maybe you could just, or one right to,
Down
or
there
to the
next
right.
to my temp probes? Or
Yeah, or to the right where the bungee is in front of right now.
Can you push in a little video? You want this one right there?
Sure, that'd be good, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. That's all.
That one looks like the Sarlacc monster,
Yeah.
but a baby one.
Okay, video. Go full wide for me.
We are full wide.
Okay.
Darlene, I don't think we've ever named a vent that size. We've got Godzilla and Mothra in other places, but never.
Ant-Man?
Never baby sarlacc.
We'll digest the temp probe over, what was it, 1,000 years?
Thousands of years.
Thanks.
The other thing with these hydrothermal vent systems that I find incredible is just how fast they've been observed to grow from repeated visits to certain sites. Anything, you know, up to centimeters to even half a meter or so in a year of...
Miles, you're on Pescadero Basin?
I was.
That big one, that like 1 meter one that we sampled that was like back the next day?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
It's
really?
amazing how
Yeah.
quickly they grow.
Yeah. Because sometimes we get comments on Nautilus Live, you know, how can you guys knock over these vents? And really they are quick growing features and...
Gabby's in a moment of intense focus.
What's up? Nope. Nope.
Gabby's happy.
I'm happy.
No, I'm all set. I'll wait till Trevor's here and then. Thank you.
How big were those vents in the Pescadero Basin, Greg, would you
How
say?
big were they?
Yeah. What kind of rates would it have been growing at?
I couldn't tell you. I
Okay.
just know that one sample and like we went back the next day and it was just like, what?
Like somebody came through at night and reset everything.
Okay, can you
Yeah.
push in video?
I can.
Good. That's great.
Check yourself on bubble
on.
too. Right?
Okay,
You're
great.
coming up above the other
Yeah, yeah.
hockey pucks.
I'm gonna rotate out into it.
I'm going to tilt you down a little bit, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Can you? Go for it. Okay. There we go.
Do you guys mind resetting that max temp for us so we can see each vent what that max temp was?
Max T
Max
reset.
temp reset.
Thank you.
Okay, it looks like I can go back into it a little more.
It's amazing to think of all the technology we've got in a chain to make sure that that temperature probe can get to the right centimeter of vent flow.
See that little rock that's kind of in the shadow of the handle?
Yes.
Like directly below?
Yeah.
I would try just nudging that. That would be my guess as to where the hottest flow is coming.
You mean not in the...
Like kind of like an inch down from where you are.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching, what we found with the first two vents is when we get right on the money, we're getting about up to 200 degrees Celsius temperature
There's
flows.
space duck? Oh.
Is there any way to go just a smooch lower into the mouth of the little monster there?
One smooch lower.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, video's going to switch out. You guys good?
That is 1 metric smooch, Darlene.
Thank you. Made no difference.
What about an imperial smooch?
Can I take your bubble? Bubble. Ooh.
So we hit a max temp here of 62.5, right? Okay.
That is a bright porch light.
Why don't we move on? Oh, unless you want to. That's okay. Yeah, you can just go down into like the bottom of the carnage. Yeah, let's see what happens there.
Yep. Where are you at? There you are. That is the thick of it.
Okay.
Gabby, I know you've got your hands full, but we've lost you on SPL for the moment.
I got you, Gab.
There we go.
All right,
space
let's
I got
hang
you.
out because this might be, let's see how high it goes. It's kind of hovering.
You want to bring the temp probe up and see where the temperature thins out, or sorry, I didn't follow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant to stay still. But stay where you were. Sorry.
No, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's
We
good.
can fix this.
I just wanted to see if we could, you know, my competitive nature was like, can we top 62.5?
I think the best way to do that is reposition. So
Then I said, like, don't worry about it. Let's try the one to the right.
okay.
Yeah, one more in before we
Okay.
got to call a day. Thank you, Gabby.
Yeah, no problem. Video, can you go wide for me?
Sure thing.
And Trevor, can you put the vent I'm going for behind the light bar?
Yeah. You bet.
You did it. That's perfect.
That means it's in the right spot.
Yeah.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
It looks like I'm going for the one behind the hockey puck. Is that true, Darlene? Let's see. Video, can you push in right here?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
Stop. Darlene, what about the ones to the right? The one that we measured before was in the center. The one to the right might be viable, and I bet it will be dead behind the light bar. So that's how we know.
That's how we know it's appropriate, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. Sure is. Okay. Whoop. Okay, go full wide.
Oh, no, it's over there.
Video?
Oh, whoa.
Full wide.
It might be off yonder.
Oh, you think it's real far away?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Let's use the power of technology.
I will point at it.
You can go ahead and put chimney temp, maybe, and then we'll know that's where they took all the temperature measurements at.
Okay, great. Got it. Thanks.
Hey, Sarah, could you on Argus Zeus zoom in, please?
And can you Herc Zeus zoom?
Full zoom.
Nope. Stop. See where the tip of the temp probe is? That's
Yes.
what I'm interested in.
All right.
There you go. Yeah.
It's really difficult there because I think you've got flow in the foreground as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
You can even see it on Argus. It's pretty cool.
And you could even push in more on Argus. Wow.
Bubble cam's pretty good for showing you, because that's coming, the flow in the foreground is at a different angle, so it's not interrupting bubble cam.
Can we reset max temp?
Yes.
Thank you.
So just as Gabby was mentioning, that temperature probe has got several layers of metal before you actually get to the thermocouple, so it takes just a few seconds or so for any change in the temperature to register. That's why you can kind of see the temperature on quad view 2, that's in the top right, just making its way up slowly. So actually, Sarah, I don't know if you have a moment. Could we put Argus back in channel 2?
Yeah.
We can read out the temperatures to folks, but there's some wonderful views of Argus looking down on Hercules at the moment in all of that shimmering flow.
I'll do this.
It's so hard to see through like layers of fuzzy
Sclerin.
water.
That's great. Thank you very much.
I think you got the angles on.
I'm assuming your camera's full, right?
Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
wanna
it's full without like it's
without
all the
racking
way to
back?
the right. Oh,
You can rack back and get some more action.
I
We
might
try
be
it?
racked all the way back, but go for it.
You are racked all the way back.
I am racked all the way back. And I'm all the way there.
What temperature are we looking for?
A big one.
And this big middle kahuna is not hot enough?
Already did it.
It was hot.
It was quite hot. It was 200
What about the
degrees.
one
That's
that's
hot.
up like 10 o'clock from where the wand is? It's kind of a weird angle I'm looking at.
10 o'clock from where the wand is. Okay.
You see like just a little bit up. I wonder if the flow looks super vigorous there. That's all I want. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah. So, yeah. In there.
Yeah, I did poke around in here a bit.
Okay. Sorry.
And
I
I
don't
got
have
up
bubble
to
cam.
34 degrees in here.
Do we assume
Oh, that's where you
the
got that max. Okay.
Yes.
It wasn't rising up beyond that.
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's so much flow in here that I can't even see the wand.
Yeah, it's tough, right? It was more directed with the one that we got the 200-degree one out of.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, stay here for a couple more minutes and then probably call it. I bet you, like, if we went up slope tomorrow and got some of those, or, you know, when we're able to, got temperatures from those big, tall chimneys, they'll be interesting, too.
Yeah, I mean, if we shifted around a bit, like, we could play around here and get plenty more.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay in this spot, or do you want me to poke at some of the other sites? There's one on the far right of the screen right now.
How do you
Or the
guys
far
feel
left
about
of the
time?
screen.
I'm happy to have you poke around. I'm just worried about the time to get on deck, you know, in the 8 to 8:20-ish time frame sort of thing. It's up to you.
I think to get on deck at 8:20, we should be lifting off now.
Okay. Thank you, then.
Yeah, we were coming up at, like, for starters, at 10 meters a minute. So.
Are we not allowed to drop a weight?
Oh, it's very. We can't get to that weight.
Wait, did we already drop one?
We dropped one. We dropped the one we could get to first thing when we got to the bottom, and then the second one we haven't been able to get to.
Can I bubble?
Yeah. It may be now that we can get the box all the way in that we could get to it.
Yeah, it's pretty tangly, isn't it?
It's not ideal.
Yikes. Yikes.
Video, can you go full wide on Herc?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do the old under
Yeah,
hook.
it's a blind grab for sure. And
Sounds like a challenge.
yeah, actually. And both Josh and Greg took it as one.
And no success?
No success, because they had the microbial experiments in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't think Trevor's going to be able to resist.
I am so excited. Right?
So, yeah, I think we're good, Gabby. Thank you.
I'm going to start stowing stuff then.
Just as a heads up, the next science task is going to be to just pull the Niskins once we pass through 2,100 meters.
Above 2,100?
Above, yeah. Equal
Directly
to or above, and as we're moving through it, we can start. You don't have to stop or anything.
Got it.
Thank you.
Halt. Who goes there?
We're going to ascend directly from the spot, right?
We'll
You
set up for
might-
recovery.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. We'll do
I
that.
might make them a different marker then.
Sorry? I see. We may or may not be in the same spot.
Yeah.
Be
I'll either
stretched out
modify
30
this
meters
one
or
or-
something. Are you doing the reverse temp probe? Wow.
Wham. You're temperature probing yourself.
Yeah.
How hot am I?
34.4.
If you look in the quad and you see the third feed, you can see the Herc bubble cam view of the maneuvering right now.
You want to get set up for recovery?
Sure thing.
Okay. While you're doing that, I might actually try to drop a weight.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Can you come wide on Argus, please?
Yeah.
You say yar?
Yar.
Yar.
Not on purpose.
I'll wait until we're...
Ship life is getting
Can
to
you
me.
give me a little? So we're gonna need, first of all, we're gonna need torch light for what you're trying to do. It's on. So
Yeah. We'll wait till we're off bottom.
okay. Sarah, to do what he wants to do, see the lower left corner of the screen?
Uh-huh.
We want detail on that portion of the screen.
All right.
Same with when we drop Niskins. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Okay. Yeah.
You think it's that rope
Yes,
right there?
I do.
Oh, I got that. You can see it. Easy.
No, they couldn't. Okay, so
I know the
to their
boxes were out.
credit,
Yeah,
their
absolutely.
boxes were out.
Trevor's
Absolutely.
like, I know it's challenging, but just you wait.
Okay.
Okay, ships.
I will
heading
not
is that.
actually come floating up because of the way that it is.
You can tell.
Because of the way
You can
that it
tell.
is.
Okay,
Actually,
I will.
I'm a little buoyant. That's nice.
Ooh.
I'm gonna set up on my recovery heading due north. Let me know when you're ready for some arm action.
I want to get clear of these. You're heading due north, so I head due south.
That sounds grand. You got a
That-
wrap though.
Okay. We'll get a. What do we have? Okay, we have a decent delta for dealing with wraps, but I
Want
want
me
to
to come
get
up?
away from these things.
I'll come up another
Yeah,
5
please.
meters or
That'd be
10 meters or
great.
so, and then we can be well clear.
Ooh.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
sparkly.
Ben, what is it?
It looks like a Tina 4 that's been
Modified?
modified. That's the only assumption.
Upgraded.
Yeah, upgraded.
Rev 2.
It's become plainer.
There's another one.
Or maybe half the same one. No, I don't know.
Oh, you think it was modified by the thrusters?
Precisely. The scientific term for that is gelatinous debris.
Okay. I'm gonna start coming around.
Okay, I'll hold depth there.
Okay.
I need some arm action. You can keep
Just
Zeus.
let me make sure my auto depth works properly here.
What?
Sometimes does not.
That's true.
You can also have Zeus.
Thanks.
Zeusy poo.
Zuzi pants. Okay. All right.
Right, I'm logging off bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's fine. We're essentially setting up for recovery. So.
Okay, what do we got? I'm gonna do this. I don't know this what I want right there. That's what I want. No, just kidding. No, I don't know if I can reach it. The drawer might be too outward. Hard to say.
is it actually attached to that?
I don't know.
Me neither.
The messenger line, I don't know if it's actually a real
Yeah.
messenger line or not.
How much do the ballast weights each weigh?
17 pounds of water.
So that's significant.
Yeah.
That'd help you out.
Yeah.
How much is 17 pounds of water in water on land?
20. In this case?
Nope. Not yet.
No. You still good?
Yep. Sort of driving off to the
Don't
south.
grab the cables. I'm gonna try a new technique here.
Oops, sorry. That was my bad.
Can I have more down on that? Thanks.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Spicy down.
Yeah.
He's going for it.
We are coming up.
We are.
Gabby's
we're
still catching
setting
up.
up. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I got a delta here. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm almost set up here.
Yeah. Didn't which? No, that's true.
Temperature thermometer fell over.
Okay.
Can I have
Oh
the
yeah,
camera
I
right,
thought we
please?
had just put that new square there so that we would stow it there. Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Can I have the camera right, please?
I'm with ya.
And we're firing Niskins at 2100?
2100, yeah. Yeah. That's not quite right either.
Okay, I'm in good shape, I think, for, we got a delta of 3 and I'm stretched out. So
Okay.
I think we're ready to come up.
Roger that. That's not great. I leave that for now.
We can bump the drawer out too to get it.
That's fixed to the thing, I think.
It's on the
Is it on?
torch.
Oh, it's on the. No, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Totally.
That seems like it's on though.
Okay, I'm coming up. You good for that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going at 13 right now.
Okay.
16, 14.
4 right now.
Okay, I'll slow down a bit.
Yep. There we go. We
Yep.
should get up to 10 pretty soon.
All right. So we're going 11, 6. Stretched out there. Yeah, okay. Can I have camera left again? I don't think this is gettable, but I'll give it one more go. Can I have camera out too? Maybe a different angle with that. It might not be. A little bit, yeah. Sure. I'll spend one more minute doing it maybe, and then call it a day. 37:20, 38:20.